Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, today we are going to continue with our series on graphs, and this is part 2 of interpreting graphs. I just want you to ask you to please make sure, because we've got a nice little activity at the end of the lesson. So, I want you to have some graph paper handy, a ruler, and a pencil. So, you can stop to go and get it quickly, then you're ready when we get there. Cool, right. So now look at this graph. So remember, a graph must have a title. So this title is the charging of a phone, okay? So on this side, we've got the percentage charged. At the bottom, we've got minutes. So you can see it's in increments of 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes. And on that side, the percentage charged is also 10, 20, 30, 40% charged. Okay. It's very important if you draw a graph that these increments must be exactly the same width to make the graph something that we can work with. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Okay. Right. Now, this is our graph. We've got our coordinates. Now, just look at this graph. Is the graph decreasing or increasing? Correct. It is increasing, right? Is this a linear or a non-linear relationship? Linear, but you must tell me why. Because it is in a straight line. So it is a constant, like the one that as the one increases, the other one increases. So it is a straight line. What are the dependent and the independent variables? Remember I said the dependent we find on the y-axis, right? And the independent we find on the x-axis. And I also said last time, if you remember, that often the title will link to the y-axis, right? So in this case, we want to find out the percentage that this phone was charged over the period in minutes. And then what percentage of the phone was charged at 80 minutes. So now remember, we go to 80 minutes, we draw a straight line to the graph, then we go horizontal, and yes, it was 70% charge. You must just do exactly, let's go back there. You must just make sure that you go, you must just make sure that you go straight on the line, okay? I just do it freehand, but you will do it exactly. Okay. Right, let's do another. I've given you a peek of another graph. This is the number of books sold. So this is our title. Yes, correct. So our y-axis will be the number of books sold, and our x-axis will be over how many months. So remember, your increments must be the same. And here we've got 10, 20, 30, 40 books. And at the bottom, January to July. Now this is telling us a story. What is it telling us? How many books are sold in the month of July? Correct. The month of July, the month of books sold, number of books sold was 30. In which of the months was a maximum number of books sold? Maximum number of books was sold in May. In which of the months was the least number of books sold? Correct, that was in January, only 20. So what are the dependent and the independent variables? Dependent will be the number of books, and the independent would be months. Congratulations, you're getting it now. So let's do another one. It looks a little bit different. So this is the money saved in rands. This is our title. So what will be on our y-axis? Correct, the amount of money saved, and it's telling us in rands. And at the bottom, we're getting the different months. So now if you look at this graph, all our previous graphs were like increasing. This graph was increasing. This one was very up and down, right? This one is decreasing. Is this a linear or a non-linear relationship? It's non-linear. Why? Please explain. Because it is not a straight line. Do you all understand that? And then in which month was the smallest amount of money saved? So it's easy. We just go with this. Will tell us in the month of April. Now, what is the difference between the amount of money saved in February and in March? Now remember, our unit will be rands, and in February they saved 20 rand, and in March 15 rand. So what is the difference? Correct, 5 rand. Cool, you got that. Right, now this is the speed of a car over a period. So what is happening with this car? The car is correct. The car is standing still. This car is going nowhere. So this is what type of graph? It is a constant graph. But is this a linear or a non-linear relationship? Yes, it's a linear. It's a straight line. So it is standing still. It is a linear relationship. Because why? Because the line is straight. And what is the initial speed of the car? I hope you're going to get that. The initial speed of the car is 60 kilometers per hour. And at what speed is the car traveling after 30 minutes? It's also traveling at 60 kilometers an hour. So I think I said this car is going nowhere. I think I was wrong, guys, because we didn't measure distance. We measured the speed of the car. Okay, so that is telling us there. So the speed of the car was constant, okay, over that period, 60 kilometers per hour. Do you guys understand that? So if the car was standing still, like the previous example, we say it's not going anywhere, then this would be measured distance. This is measuring speed. So we're saying it's a constant. It's going constantly at 60 kilometers an hour. So after 30 minutes, it was still going at 60 kilometers an hour. Okay, right, now this is your challenge. Remember I said have your graph paper ready. Now this is a story. And then trace the path of Sammy's path. Give your graph a heading. So you're going to say Sammy's path. You're going to have your y-axis. So you're going to have 1 block equals 1 meter. Your x-axis, 1 block will be 1 second. And this is the story. So I'm going to give you a time to quickly get your graph paper ready. Okay, I'm just going to do it freehand to make it quick. But this is your x-axis, and this then is your y-axis. So what is your title? Sammy's path, right? So what is going to be on our y-axis? What are we measuring on our y-axis? The distance, yes. So this is going to be our distance in meter. And at the bottom, we're going to have our seconds. Time in seconds, okay? So they tell us that 1 block is 1 meter. So here we're going to say this starts at 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And our second is also 1 second is like 1 block. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So you've got your paper ready. Now let's read the story. Okay. Sammy was very happy when he saw the ice cream truck down the road. He ran from his house, which is the starting point here, 14 meters away in 3 seconds. So this is 3 seconds and there's 14, right? So we're going to just make roughly, I'm going to just do a rough line, 14 meters away in 3 seconds. Okay. He hung out at the truck for 2 seconds. Okay. So 2 seconds, and that will get us to 5. So for 2 seconds, he's hanging out at the truck. And then start to walk back home for 4 meters in 3 seconds. Okay. So now we're at 5. So it's 1, 2, 3 seconds. And he's walking back 4 meters. So it's 14. So it will be back at 10. So it will be 8 to 10. 8 to 10. So this is he's walking back for 4 meters. You're getting our story right, eh? Suddenly, his friend Paul called him from further up where he was just coming from. And Sam turned round and he walked to his friend for 2 meters in 2 seconds. So now we go to 10 and he's walking back for 2 meters. So there he's going to his friend. Now he's at his friend and he spent time with his friend for 3 seconds. So he's not going anywhere for 1, 2, 3 seconds. And then he jumped on his skateboard and he returned home and he went at a constant speed for 12 meters in 2 seconds. So this is 14. So here he goes in a constant speed. He rushed back and there he's back home. So if your graph look anything like this, congratulations. I'm sure it's neater than mine. But this is fun. So we tracked Sammy's path to the ice cream truck and to his friend and back. I hope you enjoyed this, and then I see you next time.